Universal Design for Learning by Gina Pema. In this video, you will learn the definition of Universal Design for Learning, the three core principles of UDL, how UDL was developed, and why UDL is incorporated in education. Let's start with the definition of Universal Design for Learning. According to Universal Design for Learning and Accessibility for Online Learning Course Module 1, UDL is a set of principles and guidelines for developing curricula that provides all students with equal opportunities to learn. Next, we will look at how UDL was developed. Universal design was first originated in architecture. Later, UDL was developed based on this principle by combining educational resources and technological innovation. In 1984, CAST was founded, and their mission was to develop ways to help learners with disabilities gain access to the general education curriculum. Universal design theory was defined in 1988, and the first book was published in 2002. In 2008, the UDL guidelines were articulated following the publication of UDL Digital Multimedia Book. UDL is a framework for how to develop lesson plans and assessments based on three main principles. The three main principles are engagement, representation, action, and expression. Engagement is the why of learning. UDL encourages teachers to look for multiple ways to motivate students. Letting students make choices and give them assignments that feel relevant to their lives are some examples of how teachers can sustain students' interest. Representation is the what of learning. UDL recommends offering information in more than one format. For example, textbooks are primarily visual, but providing text, audio, video, and hands-on learning gives all students a chance to access the material in whichever way is best suited to their learning strengths. Action and expression is the how of learning. UDL suggests giving students more than one way to interact with the material and to show what they have learned. For example, students might get to choose between a written test, an oral presentation, or a group project. It is also important to understand the variable learners and the learner's expertise in context of UDL. The goal of UDL is to address learners' variability by suggesting flexible goals, methods, materials, and assessment that empower educators to meet the needs of all learners. The purpose of UDL curricula is not simply to help students master a specific body of knowledge or a specific set of skills, but to help them master learning itself and become expert learners. UDL also allows teachers to remove potential barriers that could prevent learners from meeting this important goal. In summary, UDL looks for different ways to keep students motivated. With UDL, information is often presented in more than one way, including text, audio, and hands-on formats. UDL encourages teachers to offer different test formats, including oral presentations and group projects, to get a more accurate picture of what students know. Thank you for watching.